Hello and welcome to Crafting Unedited by Craftily. My name is Sierra and today I'm going to show you how to create a shadowed font in Design Space. This is something that a lot of individuals think that they can't do in Design Space, so they just go over to like a more complicated program like Illustrator or some other sort of graphic design or word creator. You can do it right here in Design Space and take out that whole extra step. I'm going to show you how to do this today. Now, in this video, I'm going to also reference one of my other videos that I did. I created a knockout text using almost the same method. So why don't we go ahead and get started? What you should do is first find a word that you want to make a shadow. Obviously, you probably already have one and you're probably ready to rip your hair out because you can't get it to do it. And you can't find any that in any fonts in Design Space already loaded that have the shadowed feature. So first, what I do is I find a word and I like to make it all caps. You don't have to. It can be whatever you'd like. So I've got my word. I've got the font that I want. And then what I'm going to do is, or what I already did, was change the color. This is the standout color that I want. I don't want it to be just white or black or gray. And you want to make sure that it's not the same color as the shadow that you're going to create. Shadows aren't the same color of us anyway. You know, it's black typically. It's just like a black abyss of nothing just following you around everywhere. Anyways, so all right, got our word, and now what we're going to do is duplicate it many times, but first we're going to do it once. And we're going to take this and we're going to change the color to black. Could be gray, could be white if you wanted it to be. Black is just easier because it shows up better. And then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to make this just a wee bit smaller. And you are going to have to take your main word and ungroup it to letters. You'll see why in a second. So take your first duplicate behind. It really depends on how much shadowing you want. So you see how if you take it one way or the other way, because I made it smaller, it doesn't all fit the way that you want it to. That's all right. That, my friends, is why we ungroup to letters. Does become a pain in the butt because then you've got it where it, for some reason, decided to go in front of, which is not a big deal. So what we can do is send to back. See what I did there? You select the darker color letter. I'm going to go to my R now, and you go to arrange up here and send to back. And just like that, you can move your other letters around whichever way you want. And it is that easy, my friends. It's just super easy, but I'm going to show you how to make it more shadowed, give it more of a shadowed effect. Send to back. This is exactly how I did my knockout text, but it was more in depth. So you should subscribe and then go watch that video so that you know how to do the knockout text. I love this method of shadowing because you can really pick and choose which direction you want it to go. With most shadowed fonts that you're going to find, it's automatically picked for you. And I like to do my own thing, you know? And I like the fact that it's not going to be perfect because guess what? Nobody's perfect, and it gives it character. That's just how I roll, friends. All right, getting there. And this is where it gets really wonky. The ILY, for some reason, decided to be all on its own. Little loner guy there. And you just basically do this over and over again until you get the letters where you want them, to where it looks like you've got a shadowed font. And then see where the Y and other curved letters like this can be kind of tricky because if you want it to have like more of a bottom, you really gotta like get it right on there like that. All right, and look, now it's already got a very shadowy look, and I just realized that I did not duplicate that yet. So I didn't duplicate it before I detached it or ungrouped it. So what I'm going to have to do now is select each one the difficult way. And that's by going over here. See, I told you should have just duplicated it many, many times. But I'll take once. All right, so I only needed it one more time because I don't want this to be very, very bold. So what you're going to do with this second one is just overlap the first backing, and just like that, and then you're going to send that to the back as well. Boom. See that? Easy peasy. Same thing with the R. Just kind of go right along with that back one. Send it to the back. Voila. And then take your front one and move it to wherever you want it. I kind of don't like where that went, so we're just gonna, oh, no. Sometimes you gotta move your first letter in order to get your other two letters in place where you want them. There we go, almost. The R is a little funny down there, but that's okay. I don't mind. But see, that's how easy this is, just like that. The A is gonna have a 2, which is fine, because it's not meant to be perfect. It's crafting. Nothing's meant to be perfect in the crafting world. Right? Right. And it's a shadow, so, again, to me, it's perfect. I love it. Oops, I didn't want to do that. Let's put that back here. I need to select this guy. Put him here. And send him to the back. See, sometimes you gotta move your main letter to get your other letters in check. I kind of want them like stacked right on top of each other. Like that, but also maybe just a little bit outward. You know what's really cool too is if you see too much of a gap like this right here, you can unlock this and make it just a little bit taller and wider if that gap bugs you. And voila, no more gap. Woohoo, look how fun that is. All right. Feeling a little silly this morning, guys. I have not been sleeping well, and it is showing. Gotta love the joys of stress, you know, it does its own thing. Now, see, for this little thing right here, I don't really need a second shadow. I guess that little thing is called a hyphen, but, you know, it works. We'll leave it because it still looks kind of cool. Same thing with the eye. It does take a little longer, and opposed to if you had a shadowed font already, you would just type it, obviously. But if you can't find a shadowed font, don't stress out about it. There's really no need. It's easy to do. It just takes a little extra time. And then you get it the exact way that you want it. And I don't like the eye. I gotta fix that. Joink. I'm going to show you another trick. You guys get a 2 for today. Because I think I just discovered how to do it. I love when I learn with you. It's so much fun. I just realized the T wasn't going the way that it should be. L, we got one more letter, people. And we gotta send that to the back. Send it to the back. It's been bad. Okay. One thing that I did learn in the process of doing this is you never want to send it to the back first. Trust me, because then you'll just fight to get it properly aligned. Now, as you can see here, we've got a little bit of a gap. So what we're going to do is unlock that corner, just reel it in, and just move it over just a wee bit there. And I have the wrong one selected, but that's okay. I want this guy. No, this guy. There we go, that guy. There we go. And there we have it, my friends. Look at it. It's so fun. Now, as you can see, it does look like it didn't align properly, but that's an easy fix. All shadowed out for you. How cool is that? Now, super easy bonus trick, right? We're going to duplicate one of these letters. We'll duplicate C because it's the beginning of my name, my business, and my YouTube channel. If you want to make a specific part of the letter bigger, wider, thicker, whatever, just make it funky, hit this little, and that's for shapes as well, or any image, really, anything in Design Space. You can hit this little lock in the corner and it can make it really weird. You can flip it left, flip it right, flip it upside down, make it bigger, smaller, thinner, wider. You can do, whatever you want with it. Make it look really cool and totally you, completely unique, because that's what crafting's all about. All right, peeps. That is exactly how you make a shadowed font in Design Space without having to use a third-party software program thing. And so make sure that you subscribe so that you can see more awesome tutorials like this and other really cool projects that I'm working on. I've got a lot going on right now, and I am super excited to keep learning and teaching you guys how to use these hacks so that you're not losing your hair like I did in the very beginning. So subscribe, hit the bell if you liked the video, and make sure you like it too. Like the video, hit the bell, subscribe. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.